Thank you for the wave, DSU Media. So, okay, we're going to get started. Lots to go through as always, lots of cars, but just like a few kind of general updates. And of course, we have our giveaway. We started it last month, and it was a lot of people sent in their answers, so it was great. So we're of course going to continue this with even better prizes every month. So we're going to go through that as well. But the first general update is the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon that is coming next week. So it start in the 22nd, going through to the 24th, so Friday to Sunday, right here in Hong Kong. So it's kind of our sort of home show, if you will. There are multiple brands that will be, as you can see from the poster, there will be multiple brands presented, and we will have three different special editions. We have the Mark II, which is a brand new tooling. That will be the first color version, the silver, and then we have the High Ace Custom, and then we have, which is also the first color version to be out in the market, and then we have the Ferrari F40 GT, the tooltip livery. So three different cars. One is a global, one is a road 64, one is a hobby 64. So kind of representing most of our line, if you will. Really excited about this. This is, I think, the third year for this particular event. So if you do have plans to come to Hong Kong, we welcome you. Of course, last year was still kind of under COVID, so I understand a lot of people from overseas couldn't have come. But this year, everything is back to normal basically, and so really looking forward to meet up with all the collectors, especially the people from overseas. If you can come to Hong Kong, that'd be great. So we're gonna have not only the three special editions, but a lot of first shots, a lot of 3D samples, showing you basically what the future kind of will look like, especially in 2024. Lots of new toolings coming, a lot of stuff that we actually haven't shown before in IG Live or in social media. So be sure to check it out. Again, I'll try to do a live session to kind of to do a walkthrough on the show if things are not super busy on the first day, and then or just before the show starts actually. So I'll kind of remember to do that. So that's the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon again, starting next Friday to Sunday. So our team is actually very busy kind of setting up everything for the booth, and we'll of course show you the photos and things of the cars and the booth as well. Going on to this particular giveaway, this one's giveaway. So again, we're planning to give away 5 sets of gifts to the lucky winners. Again, submit your answers right after this IG Live, and so don't submit it right now. Don't just guess the answer. We're gonna timestamp this thing, so any answer before the end of the show we're not gonna accept. So it's gonna be any answer that the correct answer that's right after the show. So this month's giveaway will be a catalog, a new 2023 catalog, which I have over here. We have 3 different colors. I'm not sure which color we'll send, but they are the covers are, you know, different in colors. That the content is the same, but we just wanted to have some fun with the colors. And then also with a Vertex paperclip. So this is the Vertex Sylvia S15. As you can see, there are 3 different paper clips inside. This is the back. Shape kind of like the S15, not exactly, but it's pretty close, and makes a pretty good gift. So these are not for sale, so you can only get them through either events or giveaways, and this is one of the giveaways. So I'm sure you guys would love to have this. And let me review what the question is, so that you can actually, when you go through the IG Live, make sure to kind of mark down as you hear the model. So the question will be, name the number of Vertex models that is shown in today's IG Live. So again, we're going to go through a lot of cars. There will be some Vertex cars. How many are there? Send us the answer at the end of the show. Again, remember, end of the show. So just be aware of all the Vertex cars that will kind of show up during today's show. with that said, let's go into the cars. We're going to go through the September release first. And this particular release, this drop will happen on Thursday, this coming Thursday on the 14th for TWC members on the web store. And then the 15th, this Friday for the general public. So let's go into the cars. The first one is actually the first three will be the Fuel Fest Tokyo 23 special editions, special runs. The first one is the Toyota Supra. As you might know, we have done this Drive for Paul Supra before, but this one is different with the different logos. The Fuel Fest logo also on the front windshield. We also have the Japanese license plate. There is a real car just like this one. Again, the logos are quite different, and this one I believe is limited to 1,248 pieces worldwide. So pretty limited on this one. So this again is the Toyota Supra for the Fuel Fest event in Tokyo. That was on August 11th. The next car will be the RWB 997. This is the first 997 RWB version out in the market, and we actually designed this in-house, designed the whole livery in-house, inspired by Porsche 917. And, we have Toyo tires with us on this one. We have, of course, our Tarmac, and then, of course, the RWB livery as well. So not the number 6 997 again is made for Fuel Fest Tokyo 23. So be sure to check out this one again, the first colorway for this RWB 997. Moving on is the Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune. This particular tooling was done by Shuko, so big thanks to Shuko to help us out here. This is, of course, the classic Bayside Blue color. And again, this is the R34 Z-Tune, and you have the Fuel Fest logo also in the front. Very, very classic model that was driven by the late Paul Walker. So those are the three special editions for this month that will be on the web store, and also with the selected resellers as well. Moving on is the LB Works Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat in the green metallic color. This particular one, we also work with Toyo tires on it, so you're gonna start seeing a bunch of Toyo tires collection cars, if you will, where the Toyo branding, of course, is on there, especially also on the packaging as well. We talk about the particular set of tires used on the real cars. So thank you again, a big shout out to Toyo Tires for collaborating with us on this, kind of making a connection to the real car as well. So again, this is a Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat with the LB Works body kit. Okay, moving on is the Pagani Zonda Revolution. This is in the orange and black colorway. This is also part of the Global 64 collection, as is the Dodge Challenger as well. Next up, we have the Land Rover Defender 90. This is the 3-door version. And as you probably is seeing, is that a lot of these white color Global 64 cars, we're actually teaming up with Lamley. So I think this is the 6th one, if I'm not mistaken. So you see the Lamley logo in the back, as well as this time we actually played around with the license plate as well. So sort of a special shout out to Lamley. They have been our media partner for a long time, and so it's great to actually have some collaboration model to be done together. So thank you, John, for for doing this with us. And again, this is the Land Rover Defender 90 in the white metallic color, which is also a Lamley Special Edition. Okay, the next one is a Vertex. Highlight on the word Vertex. Nissan Silvia S15, the Drift Shop Special Edition. So this is, again, a French company, Drift Shop. They do a lot of drifting, participate in a lot of drifting events, races. They also have a huge selection of auto parts for modifying your cars. And so they actually connected with us and wanted us to do their version of the S15, and so we are, of course, happily obliged to that. And then so this is the outcome of it, which is the Drift Shop, the European Drift Championship version of this beautiful S15. So that does it for the Global 64 line, and then we're going to go into the Hobby 64 with a new tooling, which is the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo. This is the Rallye de France 1985 winner. Again, this is the Maxi version, so there's quite a bit of difference with a vented hood, a large rear wing, integrated spot lamps in the front. So it's more like a souped-up version of the Renault 5 Turbo, if you will. So again, this is the Maxi Turbo, completely different body than the Renault 5 Turbo. And in those days, this particular car raced with the best of the Lancia 037, 205 Turbo, all these really iconic rally cars back in the 80s. One of my favorite kind of hot hatches back in the day. So this is, again, the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo. Next up, we have the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo Wagon that raced in the Super Taikyu series back in 2006. This is the first ever Evo Wagon race car in a 24 hours race, and it finished in P5 in the ST2 class. Okay, next we have a Porsche 911 GT3R. The very iconic, of course, Falcon livery. This is the Nürburgring 24 hours version that raced in 2019 and finished in P20 in the race. Okay, next we have a Audi R8 LMS GT4. This is in the EVA RT test in the Type 1 livery. This is actually the second EVA R8 GT4 that we've done. And this one is the one that raced in the Super Taikyu in 2021. Very iconic, of course, the purple, green, orange colorway. Gorgeous looking moto for sure. Okay, next we have the Ferrari 488 GT3. That is in the Red Bull livery that raced in DTM 2021. It also was a race winner in the Monza round, driven by Liam Lawson. So for those of you who watches F1, you probably know who Liam Lawson is by now. He's the guy who replaced Daniel Ricciardo due to the accident with Ricciardo's hand, and has been doing really well, actually. So again, this is the 488 GT3 DTM 2021 in the very, very iconic Red Bull version, and now the driver is pretty well known as well. Okay, moving on is the Ferrari F40 GT. This is the Italian GT Championship 1993 version. This particular car actually took victory in the last race and became a champion in the 93 Italian GT Championship. with the very iconic shell livery. And that kind of finishes our Hobby 64 collection. Moving on to the 43 scale is the LB Silhouette Works GT Nissan 35 GT RR in the JPS livery, the very iconic black and gold JPS livery. Gorgeous looking car as always by LB Works, and this is the 43 scale. Again, these are coming out on Thursday for TWOC members, and then Friday for the general public. Also, of course, available through our authorized resellers as well. And then we have two more, which are done by other brands with Schuko. This is the Porsche 911 993 GT2. The very iconic Taisan kind of Adan livery. Very iconic red stripes in the back. Just kind of let it spin for a little bit. With a very nice STP logo in the front as well. So this one is by Schuko, and then the next one is by our friends at Mini Champs, which is the Porsche Cayman GT4 RS. And this one is in the white color with the carbon fiber pattern front hood. And as you can see from the base, only 1,200 pieces available. Gorgeous looking Cayman GT4 RS. And that does it for the very long list of the September drop. So please do find our resellers or come to our website to order yours on Thursday or Friday. All right, moving on to pre-orders. As always, we're doing kind of 2 rounds of pre-orders. This one actually will be coming out today. And then, of course, we have 2 weeks for the pre-order window. And then this is a brand new tooling of the McLaren MCL 36. This is the Australian Grand Prix 22 version, driven by Daniel Ricciardo. Again, this is a brand new tooling. This is the MCL 36. This was Ricciardo's home race, of course, in Australia, and then he qualified P7 and ultimately finished in P6. All right, moving on are three different Dodges. One is the first one is the Dodge Viper ACR Extreme in this green metallic color. Loving the huge rear wing on this particular model, and this color is just amazing. Again, this is the Dodge Viper ACR Extreme, part of the Global 64 collection, and these are all due in February 24. Next up is a different kind of Dodge, a much bigger Dodge in a sense, and it's the Dodge Van. Again, the Japanese guys use these vans to race in Japan, drifting, racing, and so we've done this version, which has a more sporty racing feel to it, and as you can see, the racing number also on the sides and on the front. Not a car that you would think they would race with, but that, yet again, they're the Japanese, so and it's just insane to see them on the track, and it's an awesome sight. So, and this is why we chose to do this van as well. All right. Next is the third Dodge, which is the LB Works Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat in red. Yet again, a very different looking Dodge, but very racy, very just the stands of it. One that I really love as well. So this again is the LB Works Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat in red. Next up we have Vertex Toyota Chaser JZX 100. This is in the purple metallic color. Again, a highlight on the Vertex as a Vertex car. So mark that down if you will. Again, this is the Vertex Toyota Chaser. A different car than the car in the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon. That is the Mark II. For those of you who are not familiar, again, these are very much JDMs. They're available pretty much only in Japan, so not surprising that people might not know them. But these are very classic sedans out of Japan and also from Toyota that are just have become all these icons nowadays. So this is again the Toyota Chaser in purple metallic. And the last car in this round of pre-orders is the Land Rover Defender 90, the Trophy Edition. And that does it for this particular round of pre-orders. And then we're going to go through the September 28th round of pre-orders as well. Again, all of these are due on around February 2024. And we showed you the Chaser, and now this is the Mark II, also in the purple metallic. This is also a Vertex car. Makes a great pair, if you will. This is the Vertex Toyota Mark II JZX 100 in the purple metallic color. Also part of the Global 64 collection. And then next we have the Pagani Huayra R in the blue colorway with the sort of yellow fluorescent stripes. And then you see the Italian flag also on the side, the number 2. So this is a brand new colorway for the Pagani Huayra R. Oh, there's one huge, actually, this is something that I forgot and just kind of came to mind. Starting with the September 12th pre-order, we're actually reducing, and you heard me right, we're reducing the price for the Global 64 line, all of them. So anywhere from, I think it was 6 to I think 13% reduction in price. Of course, there's several reasons for this. But one, I think, is just to be more competitive in the market. And we've heard a lot of feedback from the resellers, from the collectors, that, you know, they do want to see, of course, they want to see a lower pricing. And we are one that always, you know, gather the feedback and kind of rethink on it. And so for the first time, actually, we're reducing prices, which is quite a big move, but something that, you know, I really wanted to highlight here. And so starting with the September 12th round, which was the MCL 36, the 3 Dodges and all that, we're going to go with a lower reduced pricing. So look out for that. If your resellers isn't reducing the prices, make sure you show them this video and ask them what the hell is going on. But again, the SRPs, the retail pricing, all those are going to be reduced. And as long as the quality doesn't sink, the quality will stay the same, or if not, it should be better, actually. but the prices will be lowered. So hopefully that's something of a good news for all the collectors out there. Yeah, so just wanted to say that before I move on. Okay, next up we have the Land Rover Defender 110 in blue. Blue and white, if you will, the white roof. And my favorite style, the rims for the Defender, also in white. This is the 110. That does it for the global for this particular round, and then we're going to move on to hobby. The first one is the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo that raced in the Valley du Var in 1986. This particular car won the final round of the French Rally Championship. But it finished actually equal in points with the rival, but missed out on the champion of France since they have one less victory. So it was right there on the top. Again, this is the Renault 5 Maxi Turbo version. Next, we have the Ferrari 458 Italia GT3. Of course, in this very classic red STP livery. This particular one raced in the FIA GT3 in Europe in 2011. All right, next we have the Mercedes AMG GT3 that raced in Bathurst 12 Hours 2023. And this particular car is special to us because we partnered with Group M Racing, so you will see the Tarmac logos on the front bonnet, on the just above the front wheel, and also on the C-pillar as well. And it's I believe it's the first man filter car with the snake, very iconic now with the snake skin livery, gorgeous looking car. Again, this is the car that raced in Bathurst 12 Hours in 23. Qualified in P1, broke the track record of GT3 cars with a lap time just over 2 minutes, and then it finished in P3. Next up is a completely new collection that I wanted to introduce for the first time. Is the J Collection 64 scale Toyota Sprinter Torino AE86 in the red black colorway. So this is something that we're partnering up with J Collection. It will be under the J Collection branding. Some will be a collab, J Collection and Tarmac. What makes this special is that J Collection, if you didn't know, they produced a lot of Japanese model JDM models back in the day, mostly in 43 scale. This particular one is their first 64 scale model, so we're going to actually introduce a collection of them, and we chose the 86 because again, it's a hugely iconic model. Die-cast body and fully rollable, so pretty much like the Global 64 line. And the biggest catch is the retail price. It will come at a $9.90 US retail price, so just under $10. It's a steal, it's a bargain. The quality is there. So again, I'm going to just let it spin for a little bit, but this is the first car in this collection, and then we'll be showing the other 3 cars in the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon. So be sure to check that out and to see which 3 cars will make the first kind of batch of 4, and then we'll have other cars coming down the pipeline as well. And again, this will be part of the September pre-order, which will be sending out on the 28th, just after the Toy Car Salon, and the estimated release date will be February 24. Last part, moving on to the last part of today's IG Live, will be the sneak peeks. And we got two really special ones for you. Two that I'm hugely excited about. Two that were kind of announced a few months back, I believe, with our very good friend John Sabal. And we went through a vote, of course, and then if you remember, these are the two that came out on top. And so these are the two that will be made first. This is the 3D sample of it. So this is the John Sabal Toyota Sprinter Torino AE86 wide body. Hope John is watching, but if he is, big shout out to him again for working with us on this collection. We really do hope that this is a long-term partnership, that we're going to do a lot of the cars that he designed together, and this will be part of the Global 64 collection as well. So once again, this is the AE86 wide body. Next one up is, of course, a very iconic Nissan GTR R32 wide body. Funny enough, we have not done an R32. A lot of collectors have asked whether we'll do it or not. And I think we chose a really good one to do if we were to do it. And this is, of course, designed by John himself, the wide body version, and it just looks fantastic. I mean, again, this is the Nissan GTR R32 wide body. And then putting alongside of it is the AE86, making this the John Sabal collection, the first pair, if you will, out of the John Sabal collection. Is it going to have rolling wheels? Yes, it will. The wheels will roll for these particular cars. Just going to let it spin for a little bit, and just looking at some of the questions from the comments. The Schuco GTR R34 Midnight Purple, that is targeted for the October release. I have one right here with me. I'll try my best to show it. This is the Midnight Purple version. So it's coming in October. The second question I got was, or one of the questions at least, Koenigsegg new items. So we're going to be showing a lot of them in the Toy Car Salon. Some of them, the first shot is actually done. So after the first shot, as you may know, will come the decorated sample. That means all the painted sample. First shot just means the body is done. There's still usually some things to be fixed in terms of the shape or the assembly of it. And so we will be showing some of the first shots in the Hong Kong Toy Car Salon. So be sure to kind of check out the photos. We're going to show a lot of photos on our social media. I'm sure a lot of the other guys on social media will be showing them as well. So yeah, definitely a huge range of Koenigsegg cars will be coming, and we are actually in talks with them to actually bring out something more exciting as well. I can't say what it is right now, but we are planning something kind of different with them in terms of packaging or what's included in the package. So more to be announced later on once we kind of confirm things. So yeah, Koenigsegg cars are definitely coming. And was one of our major project from 2024 onwards. So all the cars will be coming next year. Any chance for FGT LM in plain red? The answer is yes. We're working on that one. So very happy that Ferrari kind of approved it. So those will be coming. The giveaway. When do we enter the giveaway? Yes. So let me bring back the giveaway. The question was how many Vertex cars were shown in the IG Live today. We're gonna start accepting answers right after this IG Live ends. So as soon as this window closes, this IG Live closes, then you can go on to our inbox and submit it. Make sure to submit the number, and then if you're the first five to get the correct answer, we will message you to ask for your address, phone number, name, all that stuff, and then we'll be sending out the goods to you, the prizes to you sometime next week, and so hopefully you'll get it within a couple of weeks. We're going to be stepping up our prizes as well, so make sure you guys join the IG Live, listen in and things like that. So we're going to be having, chase cars. We're talking about oil cans. We're talking about even first shots or 3D samples. So those are definitely one of one type of cars that we've made in our samples and things like that. So there'll be just tons of exciting stuff. As long as you guys like it, then we will bring the goods. We'll bring the goods to you. So thank you again for joining today's IG Live. I hope I will see you in next week in Hong Kong. If not, then I will be going to the Indonesia Diecast Expo as well. I think that's in end of October. And then, of course, we have the Macau GP in November. So hopefully a lot of chances for us to meet and chat about cars and things like that. So thank you once again. Huge thanks for joining, and we'll be seeing you in October. Thank you.